the magnificent St. John's River. I've spoken to a lot of you, and I've spent some time out there, and we are so blessed to have this river as part of our community, and I appreciate you guys helping us. I got a couple of things I want to mention. First, a couple of people I want to thank. My sisters are here tonight. They came from Alabama. Patty and Carlene, I'm not sure they're both in here. If they are, stand up. Hey, Patty. Believe me, folks, my sisters did a lot for the river because they could have taken me out for what I did to them when we were growing up, and they didn't. So I want to appreciate them. They put up with a lot. Anybody that knows me knows that's the case. And speaking of people who put up with a lot, let me back at you on the staff, Jimmy, Kelly, Greg, Deb, and Susan. I appreciate everything they do. I'm often the time you read about something I said or did, but it's really about what we do as an organization, and I appreciate that very much. There's somebody else here tonight I want to thank. In fact, the person who is the reason that I am here tonight, and that is my beautiful wife, Nan Jobson. For all you men ask me, I don't get it, why is that your wife? I'm sorry, I can't answer that. But Nan, I appreciate it, and I'd say this with all honesty, Nan Jobson probably sacrifices as much for the river as anybody, so I thank you, darling. The final thing I want to tell you is, normally, and I'll keep this short, we kind of go over some of the issues. This was not a great year for the river in the context that some major issues we've been fighting for 10 years are still around. We're still fighting the Georgia Pacific Pipeline, and I can assure you, whether they build the pipeline or not, they have no permit to put anything in the pipeline, and we're going to fight that to the bitter end. Moving pollution from one place to the other is archaic. It is not even what developing nations should be doing or do, and we need your help. I want to give a shout out to Councilman Jim Love. I don't know if Jim was here earlier. Jim introduced a resolution that has made this issue back on the front burner. Just this past week, the council now is engaging in this issue, and we spent over an hour and a half. We're coming back. We need you to contact your council people and Mayor Brown and tell him you want to see a solution that protects the river. The other issue we're fighting is nutrient pollution, the cause of the green monster. You may remember several years ago I told you we won a lawsuit and we thought we were moving forward on that issue. 3 weeks ago the EPA threw us under the bus, and so we're going to move forward. There will be an announcement about that coming up shortly. We're never going to give up that fight. If we cannot control nitrogen and phosphorus, there's no chance for any river or spring or lake in this state. The final thing I want to tell you is, and I don't really like using this analogy, there is a war going on against the environment in this state, and it is reaching national proportions, and some of it, sadly, has come from the state of Florida. There are people who do not give a damn about the St. John's River or its health. They put profits over what is best for this community, the communities all over the state. There is a movement in Tallahassee to do away with all environmental regulations in the name of progress, in the name of jobs, and it is short-sighted, and it is wrong, and we at St. John's Riverkeeper will fight that to the end. But here's my message to you. We need to celebrate the river tonight. We need to celebrate the clean water where those unbelievable oysters came from, the Apalachicola and Mantanzas. But without our voices that could all be taken away from us. And so what I will tell you is this. We all need to band together and tell the elected officials in the Florida legislature, in the governor's mansion, that we want our resources protected. That we will not sit silently by and allow these resources to be polluted and degraded. There's an election cycle coming, and we, the people who care about these resources, need to make sure that the protection of the St. Johns River and the Ocklawaha River and all the tributaries need to be part of this discussion. I want to end by saying I've been honored to serve as the Riverkeeper. It is an incredible honor. We will continue to fight long after I'm gone. This is something that will not end in a year, 2 years, it will be a decade long. Again, if you care about these resources, my message to you is you need to resist feeling hopeless. You need to resist feeling like you're the only people who care about these issues. You need to resist and publicly tell people, I will not allow this to happen. With that, I want to thank you all for coming. It is a joy to spend this evening with you. The silent auction ends in 15 minutes, so I need to shut up so you can get over there. Thanks again, folks. I really thank you very much. I love you.